What's up, guys, and welcome to a new farming simulator series. I'm on a new map, which is not surprising to anybody. Well, I guess it is. Well, no, it's not surprising because we went on Ohio, Sharon Center, Ohio. I did just post an episode of that either today, as of recording this, or today or tomorrow. I don't know when this video is coming out. So I started Ohio. That was back before there were any good American maps out. And then the Brazilian map came out, and I thought you guys would enjoy that. You guys didn't enjoy that as much as you did on Ohio. And I think the only difference is one is in America and one is in Brazil. And I think most of my viewers are Americans anyway. So that being said, I'm starting a new map, obviously, on Wampsville, New York, which I don't know if it was in 22. I don't think it was. I know there was a New York map, but I don't know what it was called. So I believe this is new to all to 25. Well, and to all platforms. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to play on it because I am on PS5. Now, looking at the map, see there are some quite big fields and a lot more fields in Ohio, which I kind of like. I didn't really like how Ohio was laid out, but I still enjoyed the map, and we might go back to it. Well, that being said, I've got like 4 other videos I haven't posted yet on that series, so I don't know. I might post them, I might not. I don't know. Depends how that 3rd episode goes, I think. So anyway, this is the map layout, and I like it. I enjoy it. We have a lot of fields. We have everything in green, pretty much. We did not start with all these fields. I bought most of these fields. I know I bought these 4 down here, and the sunflower field, and that field, and the corn field, and whatever crop that is, and whatever crop these 2 are. So we started with these 2 fields, the farmyard, and then these 4 fields here. We did not start with that one. So still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fields. Still not too bad. Most of them are ready to harvest. One of them's plowed. When 2 of them are growing. It's not too bad. As far as crops go, we do have custom crops. We've got North American tall grass, alfalfa, clover, rye, triticale, yeah, millet, spelt, mustard, lavender, poppies, buckwheat, lentils, and flax. And we have most of those custom crops on some of our fields, most of our fields. So yeah. As far as animal goes, we did start with some cows. Not these cows. I bought these cows. I believe we started with limousine cows. I'd have to look, actually. I don't remember. I did this like an hour ago. We started with Angus and limousine. Some I don't know, 20, 30 cows in total, but they were all mixed ages. So I would say about 30 in total. Also, our cow barn can hold 254 cows. I bought 54 Holsteins because it holds an odd amount there. So yeah. Going into build menu, you see we are here. Ignore that green combine there for the moment. So we've got our house, we've got our little garage for our pickup, which I do believe is still in there. Yeah. Most of this equipment in here I did not buy. We started off with this, except for this combine, obviously. We started with this red combine. The only thing on the farm we didn't start with is this silo here. I noticed there wasn't a silo on our farm. This is the farmer's market. This is a sell point, not a silo. And I figured this would be a silo, but it's not. So that's unfortunate. And then we have our production point there for bunker silo things. I don't know how to phrase that. So yeah, I placed down a silo. It holds, I think, 1,000,000 liters, and this is probably the smallest one I could have gotten, but I like it. It was on Brazil actually, and we didn't really. Well, I guess we used it, but just not to its intent. I guess I don't know. It's kind of American feel too, so figured it looked good. It's probably too big for our farm, but whatever. Here we have the bale and pallet storage. Just some random sheds with some stuff in it. We'll probably end up selling most of this, if not all of it, eventually. I don't think there's anything in these. Well, this is where the combine was. I don't think there's anything in that shed. Maybe there is. I don't know. We have 4 tractors. We have 2 John Deeres, an Agco White, and an Agco Challenger. Is that right? Or just a Challenger? I don't know. Then we've got some sheds, house, and the cow barn. I forgot what it was called there for a second. Now, taking a look at the map, there are custom productions. As you can see here, this is our own bunker silo. It can take alfalfa, chaff, clover, and grass. Turn those all into silage, and we will definitely be doing that at some point. We have the bakery, which can take flour and flax, which is kind of interesting because I didn't know you could put flax in bread, but I mean, I don't know what they do in New York because I'm from Iowa, so I don't know. But you can see there's all kinds of different products we can do. We can even put lavender on cake, which I guess makes sense. I don't know if you'd eat the lavender though, but there's that. Cereal, there's all kinds of recipes for cereal. There's a glass pane factory, which is kind of cool, and I do want to get into because I kind of want to see how that pallet looks. Grain mill, oil mill, preserved food factory, the sawmill, and the stone crusher. Which that brings me to, there are 3 quarries on the map, technically. There's one down here. Oh, that's iron. Hello there. Okay, so this is iron. Alright, so that's not a stone factory, technically. There's one up here. One just here. This is a lot of stone, actually. A lot of stone. And then I noticed there was one up here as well. It's a bit smaller, but it's still a stone pile nonetheless. So technically there's 3, but it says there's only 2. And I did accept a contract for field 12. This is millet, I believe. Yes, millet. And I did borrow the contract items. We've got an S780 and a 7R. I should probably set these guys off, but I wanna finish doing like the intro to this map, I guess. Let's see what else is there. We did the cows, did the contracts. Are there any new contracts? There are. Ooh. I might do this one off screen. I don't know. We'll save that one for now. We went through the productions, went through the prices. Oh, I did start with $1 million because I had no idea what this map entailed. This is the first time I'm on this map. I've been on this map. I haven't really explored any off screen, really. Like I didn't make a new save game and then come to this one because I don't know. I don't know how to explain that. Anyway, I started with $1 million. Spent about 750,000 already. And then I needed more money to buy the John Deere combine. The fields are pretty cheap though. I bought most of these fields for less than 20,000, except for this field. But even then, it's still only 225,000, so that's not too bad. But yeah, we have a $1.3 million loan. I do kind of plan on using all of that. I know I say that every series. Well, I guess I don't say that every series. I say I'm not going to take out a loan. That's what I'm trying to say. I always say I'm not going to take out a loan and then end up taking out a loan. So I just decided to take out a loan and pay it back at some point. That is the plan with that. Now, there is a bit of role play with this map. You can see there's a lot of characters. Walter, Tristan, Noah, Ben, Chuck. So there's a lot. But we're going to roleplay of I took over Grandpa's farm. I guess that kind of works in with Riverbed Springs, which is the base game map. But I haven't really roleplayed that yet, and I kind of want to. So we're taking over Grandpa's farm. Ignore that John Deere. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to sell this combine. Because one, it's a case. I don't really like case in particular. I like John Deere better. So we're just going to sell all of those. There we go. And we talked to the dealer. And he got us an S790 with a, what is that, a 14.5 meter header? Oh, also, there are collectibles on this map, and this is one of them here. There are 25 collectibles. We found a paper plane. Everyone is proof. Little. What? This item represents proof that with a little imagination, even a piece of paper can become something fun if you put your mind to it. Cool. On each version of Wampsville, New York. Right, so there are different versions of the map. There's Homestead Economy, or Homestead something, which is what I'm on. There's the Forestry Edition, and there's like the blank version, I think. And I went for this one because I like starting with a farm. And I didn't really want to do a survival series, and I didn't really want to do a forestry series either. So we went for this one. Now, I'm not really sure where I'm going. Where am I going? That's the wrong menu. We should probably start with the oat field, I think. That is one purple field. What is that, lavender? Pretty sure that's lavender. And then we've got whatever crop that is. Whatever crop that is. And I think this is sunflowers. I think. I don't think we own this field. No. So I'm going to use it to turn around. Alright, here's the John Deere 8R. It's got a silage front to it, which I don't necessarily want. So I suppose we'll go. So this, we might keep the tractor. We probably should keep the tractor. Would probably be a good idea. Let's see, we're going to get 351,000 off of it. I think we sell it. I think that's a great idea. I also don't really know where I'm taking these. So we're just going to park them right there. Now, since we sold our big 8R, we kind of need another one. A different one. So we've got the 2009, 2011 series, or we've got the 2016, 2018 series. I think we go for this one. Why not? We'll do 16, 2018. Do all fenders, both beacon lights, GPS, extra lights, sure. Quick hitch flashers, obviously. And nose license plate. There we go. Now, for our grain cart, we normally go for this one. However, I believe our combine holds 22,000. So what would that be? 44,000? So we would have to go for this one, actually. We are going to put the crawler tracks on it just for the time being. I guess we could start this guy off. It's probably a good idea. And then once we bring this back to the field, I almost said the farm there for a second, we need to think about getting a semi. Because one, we don't have a tipper anymore, because I just sold it. And two, I don't really want to drive a tractor everywhere, because it's slow. But I'm pretty sure this is the fastest one we have at the moment. Alright, so let's look at semis. What do I have installed? Now, every bone in my body is telling me to go for this one, because it just got an update a couple days ago. It looks fantastic. But then the other part of me wants to go for this one. Because if you guys don't know, I think this is my favorite truck back in 22. And I think it's still my favorite truck. Although, I don't really like that though. Oh no, it wiped my favorites. Alright, so a little backstory here. I don't remember when this started, but I was on playing on a map, and actually it might have been Ohio. My save game on Ohio. I went to quit, and my screen blacked out, and I had to close out my game because I couldn't do anything. And I loaded back in, and all of my settings got reset. Like pretty much it's like I just installed the game again, is what happened, pretty much. Except it had all the mods still, and had all my save games. The only thing I lost was all the settings. And then I have it customized a vehicle since then. So it's wiped my favorites, my color favorites, which is kind of annoying. So yeah, I don't know if it was the disc that I have is getting worn out, or it's getting corrupted. I'm not really sure what happened. So yeah, I'm gonna have to, after this episode, I'm gonna have to go get my custom colors again, which is kind of annoying because I spent a lot of time getting those. In fact, I think I'll go do it right now. So that will be it for today, guys. I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.